opened this rare sunroof and it had snow coming in through here. It is Easter and I'm heading up into the mountains where my family has a cabin. So I'm gonna park my van up by the cabin and have some quality time in the winter snow. The weather does not look very good. It looks like there's a big snowstorm coming in. Might get stuck. It's a pretty difficult road up there. My shore power. Well, this is pretty bad. I'm glad I moved my van. It's really going off now, this storm that was on the forecast. Well, good morning. It's just an absolutely massive snowstorm outside. I can't get my heater to work right now. It's giving me a couple of error codes. Look at this. So I'm parked right next to this cabin here. I had to move the van a little bit to get it a little bit more sheltered. As you can see, it's really going off here after a week of spring. This is the strongest snowstorm I've ever experienced in the van. Now I need to find out why the heating seems to be working only on electrical. If I try to put it on combination, it gives me an error message. I have to go outside and check the exhaust. Maybe that could be the problem. As you can see, it's pretty cold inside now. It's just around freezing. And I'm connected to shore power because I'm by the cabin here. This is absolutely crazy. I was parked out here, but I moved the van back here in anticipation of this. So here's that error code again. I'm gonna go into the manual and see what that means. So this one is completely iced over. Don't know how to get that fixed. This wind, I can hook up just the electric heater inside for now. This is just extreme. It was 32 meters a second winds on the forecast, and hurricane is 32.8, I think. So this is pretty mad. I parked so that I was sheltered, but at the same time that made the snow go around and go into the vent of my heater. So now I gotta figure out if there is a way to get that unclogged. This is just insane. So this is where I was parked first, and then I moved over behind the garage here, and I don't know quite what to do now. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Googling. Apparently not the best. The entrance to the cabin here. Gonna get out my space heater here. I cleaned the exhaust on the outside, hoping it'll work. It's actually a little bit of snowdrift coming in here. Whew. This is craziness. This is the neighbor's cabin. Just running the engine now. To get the temperature up. Gonna add this space heater now. Yeah, now it's going full off. So I think I had the temperature too cold through the night, and this is insane. I had the temperature too cold through the night, so it stopped several times and it didn't run, so it couldn't keep the exhaust open with the use of its own heat. Look at this. This is the worst snowstorm I've experienced in the van. It's been up to 31 before, but now it's 32 on the forecast, and this is much more exposed. Even though I'm in between these cabins here, it's super exposed from the east here. I'm not doing anything here. I was able to fix that exhaust for the Truma heater, and since I'm already talking about that, I might as well continue. So the Truma Combi 4 heater that I have in my van here is a fully integrated system. It also has a boiler, a 10-liter boiler for hot water, and it has all these outlets that runs along the floor that sends heat into different areas of the van. My heat comes out here and here, and there's one under the bed, and there's one down here in the bathroom. My version of the Truma Combi 4 heater runs on propane. I have two 10-kilo bottles of propane. In the coldest part of the winter, one bottle will last me 5 days. So that's 10 days of heating in the dead of winter. You can also get this as a diesel heater that would run through your integrated fuel tank probably. You get the same kind of heating from the diesel version and the propane heater. There's no moisture coming into the car because you have that external exhaust. The good thing with the propane is that you don't have to change any filters, and propane is about half the price to run here in Norway compared to diesel. Diesel is very expensive in Norway. The good thing about diesel is, of course, that you never run out as long as you keep your fuel tank topped off. Look at this here. Whew. That was a scary one. Well, that was just a little bit of info about my heater. I think it's time for coffee now. It's almost 11. If I can keep the van stable enough here. Wow. Absolutely. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit with coffee. Space heater running. Absolutely mad. Don't know what else to say. Wow. It's getting warmer in here, luckily, but the wind is getting stronger, or it changed direction. It's just massive now, and the whole van is shaking sideways. Look at this. Look at the cabin. I don't even dare to make coffee right now with this stuff going on here. So I opened this rear sunroof and it had snow coming in through here, and this one I had placed up there. This is not good. So I need to do something here real fast. What to do here? There's some ventilation up here that you cannot close, and this blizzard snow here just comes in through. Now I gotta find a smart way to close this. The best thing is probably if I can find a pillow that's large enough, and maybe if I do something like this. Towel I can close. That should keep it from seeping in, I think. It's funny when you park right next to a building with shore power and everything, and you got the most emergencies you've really had in your van, just proves that this is the worst snowstorm. Well, the heat is working, and gonna get back to that coffee now. Really too much stuff going on today. Well, cheers. It's a pretty tense morning, but all I got is coffee. This snowstorm, 32 meters a second, nearly a hurricane, crazy stuff. It's gonna go on for a couple of days. Ooh. So now I got snow or ice melting on the inside here as well. So got a drop of water running on the inside. Not good. It's like this is the limit of what my van can do storm-wise, obviously. Yeah, I should have kept it warmer because this is ice melting that has formed. Happened once before, and as soon as I opened the window and let's see if that's nice. Yeah, so you see this ice here that's formed, it's melting. Running down on the inside. There it is. That stuff there. All the stuff you have to experience on a day like this. Definitely some kind of survival mode today. Of course, it's not a life or death situation in any sort of way, but this is really testing the limits of what this van can do. And it also gives me some things to work on. Also gives me something to work on for the summer to improve, I think. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Gotta get some work done, get some subtitles for my next video. Woo. Look at this. April winter. It's fascinating. Sitting here working on subtitles while this is going on outside. Well, gotta watch this. Well, it's so bad now. It's so shaking. Whoa. What am I doing up here? I was going up here to have a safe haven in Easter, and now there's really nothing I can do because I cannot get down this road until they plow it. And they're probably not gonna do that until tomorrow night. I didn't think I would test the very limits of what kind of a snowstorm I can handle in April. What an experience. Not sure I want to do this again ever. Good thing now over here on my window it's not running any water after I fixed it there. Just doesn't want to end. Pretty sure this is the last one for this season. don't know what to say. In this normally crowded area with a lot of cabins and lodges, and now it's all blocked off because of the weather here. There's nobody coming in or out of this place. So let's go and take a look to see if the road is passable, or if I have to wait here for several days until the plow truck comes. This is the stuff that's going on with the road. No way to get through this. Huh. Oh, this. That's it. That's a good meter. Incredible. There's another one below here. Yeah, not getting through that today. Oh. My hands. Yeah. That's just unthinkable. So here I am. No way I'm getting out there. Impassable. It was a meter deep approximately, and there was several more snow drifts across the road, so I'm stuck here for now. This thing is really not letting up, so I think it's time for dinner. Today I'm gonna make some egg and avocado burritos, I think. Avocados, cheese, spinach. I think actually pesto for this. It's dinner time. Let's get a light beer to celebrate this stuff that's still going on like crazy outside. Cheers, my friends. Because I triggered that. Now there's snow coming in from the sunroof here as well. Wow. It's snowing in here now. How nice. I need to get up in that sunroof and see if I can fix that. Don't know if you can see that, but it's blowing in here. This is pretty annoying. It's coming out through these vents here because of the strong wind. It's just this stuff here. Wow. It is pretty insane what's going on. So this seems to be working. It's almost like it's blowing from underneath and it comes up and goes in. Yeah, now it's not coming in any longer. So I got access to the webcam that's up here on the side of the garage here. So I'm gonna show you some of that footage. In true fashion, it seems like the weather forecast has been reversed. It is much worse now than it's been. It's so funny because the area around the van is completely clean of snow. It's just blowing straight past and nothing is settling around here. This stuff here. So as I'm doing my travels through the Arctic and other parts of the world, like this trip I'm planning in the western United States for September. I'm gonna be posting my maps on my Patreon page, and also for channel members here on YouTube. You can press the join button here on my channel to get a preview of what you can expect to see. So I create a new map for each of my long trips where I add places of interest and my camps and my favorite campsites and my favorite driving routes. So if you want to tag along or want to see my favorite campsites and stuff, you can sign up to either Patreon or become a member here on my YouTube channel. And tomorrow it's hitting again with a ton of snowfall. Okay, it's calmed down a little bit, so I'm gonna take another look at the road. It looks very interesting. This is my direction. So, forget about that. This is the other direction. So that's pretty much... It's completely walled in now. This needs a good deal of plowing. Take a look at how high the snowdrift was here. That's the snowdrift. So that's the stuff I would have driven through. Yeah, that would not have happened. The road has been plowed, but it's already blowing over again, so guess I'll have to wait for another day back to the van.